Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at Kiwiinbacon's Odd Quest Warrior. Very dragon flavoured Odd Quest Warrior we've got here from content creator extraordinaire Kiwiinbacon. Definitely go check them out on YouTube if you haven't already. Lots of fun stuff over there, lots of budget stuff as well. Really love checking out Kiwi videos in my spare time. And what we have is an Odd Quest Warrior. We've been playing all varieties of flavors of Warrior. I think we've developed a nice understanding of where Warrior is where it sits in the meta, and why you would make a lot of the card choices or deck choices if you are trying to play Warrior on the ladder. And Odd Quest Warrior was one of my early favorites when it comes to this stuff. Not only do you get the strong odd hero power, which combines very well with cards like Shield Slam and Reckless Flurry, which actually doesn't feature in this deck, but you also get the powerful late game win con of Fireplume's Heart. Once you finish that, you can and once you've stabilized, you can equip your Sulfurous, get your Ragnar's hero power, and you can actually close a game out extremely quickly. And I think that really fixed one of the big problems of Odd Warrior, which was, whilst you had a late game, oftentimes you're relying on cards like Dr. Boom, you're relying on cards like Omega Assembly as well, and you're relying on those cards to get you enough value, enough late game, that you can go over the top of your opponent and close it out. And unfortunately what this means is that if you're against a combo deck, you just simply take too long to kill your opponent, which is why we saw such horrid win rates when we were playing Odd Warrior. We checked out HS replays, and some of the matchups are 80-20 in our opponent's favor if they're on some kind of like combo priest or combo druid. So I think adding the quest to Odd Warrior really helps fix that up, because we can actually hope to kill them before they go off. Kiwi's made some really fun choices here, gone for even more late game, I think, than what most people would usually go for. Getting these Worm Guards in here, this kind of ties a bit of the dragon theme with the taunt theme as well. So nice, huge body to hold down the ground. Hopefully our opponents use some removal or anything like that. It's going to really brick wall a lot of those aggressive decks out there. And we've also got Ysera in here. Ysera, I think, is not the most common finisher. Certainly an option that Odd Warriors or Control Warriors have explored in the past, but I think this really also ties the dragon theme together, and gives us a little bit of a punchy creature that could give us just the right thing for the moment, whether that's a board clear or a sap or something like that. Outside of that, it's a very, very typical Odd Warrior affair. The one thing that we do want to take note of is that we actually have very, very few taunt creatures in the deck. We've got, possibly things that we get off Omega Assembly, but we've got the Phantom Militia, we've got Stonehill Defender, and we've got the Worm Guards, and that is it. So we're really going to have to rely on, multiple triggers from Phantom Militia, getting something juicy off of a Stonehill Defender, and these Worm Guards, which I'm not even sure if Worm Guards trigger Fireplume's Heart. I'm pretty sure they do, but I'm unsure of that. But I guess we'll find out. I'm not sure if the battle cry happens and then it checks or whatnot. But yeah, definitely a very low count on the taunt creatures, which at first I thought that was not so great, but considering we do have Dr. Boom in this deck, and I've talked about how I didn't like Dr. Boom in other Quest Warrior decks and Odd Quest decks, because it really sucks to get your Sulfurous out and start trying to close the game out, and then you draw Dr. Boom and it's like, oh, do I keep going with Sulfurous? Do I try and switch gears and play a bit more of a grindy Dr. Boom game? And that can be awkward, but I think by having such a low taunt count, we're actually giving ourselves more time to draw Dr. Boom, deploy it first, get some value, survive a little bit, then we finish our quest and go for it. So that's the theory. We'll see how it goes. We're going to jump into some games, and hopefully we learn a little bit more about Odd Quest Warrior. Let's go!
Victory or death!
Alright. Here with Kiwiinbacon's Odd Quest Warrior up against a Rogue. Rogue's been pretty diverse. Rogue has been diversifying a bit over the last couple of weeks. We're definitely seeing more Odd Rogue pop up. Still got a lot of Tempo Rogues out there, a lot of Miracle Rogues. People still trying to do Pirate Death Rattle stuff, but I think that's kind of dropped off. I think we will send everything back here. Maybe we keep the shield block. Seems unlikely. I think we really want to hit those Acolyte of Pains and those Stonehill Defenders. Those are going to be the cards to look for in this situation. And we even hit one of them. Got the option of Omega assembling at some point.
None will survive.
And obviously with the higher, in general, just the chunkier creature count in this deck, I think coin will probably have to be saved for deploying a well-timed Crowd Roaster or a well-timed Worm Guard. Opponent is odd, so they can't have sap, so we'll be looking to make sure that we have baited out all of their Vile Spines and things like that before we commit to a really big creature that we think is going to allow us to turn the corner. I'm at 83 win with Odd Rogue right now, but it's so boring to play. If you find consistency boring, then I can definitely understand why Odd Rogue would be boring to play. Our opponent there going for the dagger on turn 2, I definitely can't, definitely don't agree with that. Given the way that our hand is kind of shaped out, I think we will go for the coin here.
Out of my jungle!
And go for the Stonehill, just see if we can't absorb a couple of hits. I haven't tried Crystallizer in mine yet. I mean, if you ever felt like you wanted more Diamols, this is why you don't attack on turn 2. Like this, imagine the situation where we're on 24 and our opponent still has a 4/1 dagger in play. Like that's truly a nightmare. That's what we wanted. We wanted that Dynamatic. We still have to survive one more turn, which is exactly what we're talking about with that coin. That we probably wanted to save it, just our opponent's done. Wow, daggering up as well. So our opponent maybe have a hand that's like Leroy Vile Spine. SI7 something? Where's our opponent got? Fungalmancer? That kind of stuff? It's weird that they... Like, SI7 makes sense. Definitely no Beautiful Pig Son. They definitely don't have Young Thugger. They must have, like, SI7. Like... Yeah, the Fungalmancer makes sense too.
Master. Light the fuses!
I got another Dynamatic to go with that as well, so we might be okay. It really depends if our opponent has like Leroy Coldblood this turn. But hopefully we can stabilize with both of these Ember Scale Drakes. And our hero power, of course. Possibly this Super Collider. I mean, last turn we could have gone for the very risky play of like Super Collider, attack the Crystallizer. Which does clear it, but we take an extra 7.
So many options.
What options? We are on 9. 9 is a lot. Let's see where these daggers go. If everything comes face. Cold What's our highest percentage play? Is it just going Ember Scale Drake trade? We're on 8. That we're dead to a Leroy.
I wonder.
Is that better? Much better than going like Acolyte of Pain, Hero Power. Is there a way we can not die to Leroy? Well, we can just play Trog Glue Meter, and then we don't die to Leroy.
I wonder.
We'd be on 1 though. I think Leroy totally makes sense for them to have, so I'm gonna go for the one that plays around Leroy. We still think they might have an SI7. If they have double SI7. We just need to survive this turn, because I think next turn if we do get to go Ember Scale Drake Hero Power, that's it. Especially with both Cold Bloods down.
I wonder.
Choose soon.
Gotta choose soon, friend. I think we guessed right. I think if our opponent's tanking this hard, are they trying to think like, do they Leroy and trade with the Trog and where's the pig? There's the SI7.
This guy's a toast.
So we can gain 9 this turn, and we can trade with everything. Which means we don't die to Leroy, which is kind of what we've been angling to not have happen. So it does suck to lose the taunt, but I think we're on 10. We've got another hero power in the bag. We could go like hero power double Phantom Militia. We don't have another enabler for this Ember Scale Drake. Unfortunately, Baku is a beast, not a dragon.
I wonder.
The main card that we're scared about here would be like next turn Myra's. But with both Cold Bloods gone, we might be okay. Cards like South Sea Deckhand.
Choose soon.
There's the Leroy. Going to base. Interesting. I think we'll save the Dr. Boom for next turn. That we're going to armor up and play 2 Phantom Militias here. And probably be pretty happy with it.
Our witch shall never end. Our witch shall never end.
Opponent's going to need some real good stuff here. And just the way that their hand is kind of played out, I don't think they have it.
So many options.
I will silence their screams.
Well, Crowd Roast is pretty good. especially because it lets us hero power as well. So. We'll trade out as much as the like conservative player in me wants to keep both the Phantom Militias around. I think having that bigger body, being able to close the game out potentially next turn, means a lot. So that was a Rip Snorter. That was a great one. Great game. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. But I think that kind of shows you a little bit about some of the dangers of these odd warriors cutting so much of their early game that I don't like the movement away from Eternium Rover. I think that card gives you so much potential in the early game. Really allows you to defend yourself and trade well and set up your mid game. And yeah, we were forced into kind of desperation, using those Omega assemblies to find just the right pieces. And we got a pretty good discover off that Stonehill defender as well. So GG's, well played to our opponent. On to the next one.
Victory or death!
Alright, here against the Paladin. Definitely going to assume that it's an odd Paladin most of the time. So we'll just keep our quest and hope that we get our Acolyte of Pains, Stonehill defenders, once again, just looking for those nice 3-drops. Smolderthorn Lancer, unfortunately not going to do anything, even though we do have the enablers. So if our opponent has a good start here, he might put us under, but nothing. So this is probably combo Paladin, control combo, so I'm not going to face much pressure early on. Still would have been nice to have a way to draw some cards. Maybe Righteous Protector is indicative of something different. No, it definitely looks like some kind of combo-ish deck. Also interesting they chose to cast the Flash of Light on themselves, not on the Righteous Protector. Maybe that means they're not playing like a Lanessa kind of combo. Double Righteous Protector. Okay. We have to find a 5-drop. And that's just the right one.
You like my invention?
Maybe we should have gone for Security Rover. Maybe the Security Rover lets us finish the quest earlier, and maybe that's what we want to do against these combo Paladin decks. Hunger for vengeance. Love the vengeance. Hunger for it constantly.
Light the fuses!
I think that's about average. Ooh! Ooh! Prismatic lens? Yes, please. Our opponent's going to perform some kind of trick. I can't wait for this.
The light bends to my will.
They can keep their Crystal Smith. And what's the worst thing that could happen? Like, they play Thekol, and then they've somehow swapped like a Shivala. Okay, so that card had its cost changed, so they now have a 2-cost minion in their hand that costs 4?
Do you like to play with
Okay.
fire?
Reporting for duty.
Brum.
Ruktar Ogre!
As the witch
See if this baits out an equality.
I hope you like my invention.
So there's the novice engineer, costing not a lot. Maybe this is a Lanessa deck. So that didn't trigger the quest counter. It did not. Wormguard does not trigger the quest counter. Okay. So we actually we only have 4 minions in the deck that can trigger our quest. That's yeah, dicey to say the least.
I'm so
I think we gotta go Dr. Boom mode. I do want this. I mean, these are kind of the same, right? This is... Yeah, we'll take this ring.
time for a master plan.
Master plan.
Oh, I love that intruder.
Let's hope we don't get dino-sized. That might be a bit rough. No way. No way. They're just gonna Holy Wrath us. Maybe they got Avenging Wrath. That would be pretty sick.
Hello?
Is this just like a big spells, small minion deck? Or is it just someone jamming Prismatic Lens into a deck because they want to? Holy Wrath! Hit us for 2. Ah, making some room.
Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for doodads. She does dream and the world trembles. Indeed.
Light the fuses!
Indeed. Blast Shield's good. If our opponent is on some kind of Holy Wrath deck, definitely want to be using this hero power next turn, maybe dropping an Ember Scale Drake. Zero minus Shivala. So they got a Baleful Banker too. Does not look like it. So let's go for Blast Shield, Ember Scale Drake. Shield Summon. It's gonna trade here as well. Don't want any shenanigans happening. Don't really know what our opponent's up to. Is it possible we should be trying to try to close out the game, maybe? Maybe this is some kind of Mechathune Paladin.
Hello?
In fact, I wouldn't doubt that it could potentially be that. Maybe we go for Ysera next turn. I guess if you swapped the cost of Mechathune to like a 2-cost minion, then you could go like Mechathune Pyro Equality as your last couple of cards.
I dream.
She dreams, and the world trembles. It's definitely Mechathune, isn't it? No way. Alright, let's go full Phantom Militia this time.
Shall never end. Our victory shall never end. Our victory shall never end.
So they still haven't played any kind of like Consecrates. Oh, there's Uther. So have they got like mono Youthful Brewmasters in hand?
Of my jungle.
Nice little raptors. I mean, if it is Mechathune, maybe we goof them up with the raptors. Just in case. We'll take the Cornered Sentry.
Is there trouble?
Two arms. Two arms.
It's really loose, but yeah. If they play the Mechathune, they don't have anything left. We can like play the Cornered Sentry and then shield slam it.
The time has come. I return.
Let's stash that
Oh,
away.
Baleful Banker. Part of me wants to go for the Crowd Roaster here, just because it puts the biggest clock on our opponent. I think I will.
Take that.
I'm game.
Two arms.
I'm out of cards.
So our opponent's got one boy.
Death was merely a setback.
2 boys. 2 boys, 2 timeouts. 1 more timeout. I think they're probably pretty safe here.
Nice little raptors.
Go away!
Okay. I think we're dead if they have two timeouts.
Let's stash that away.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything we can do to stop our opponent from killing us next turn. Which is unfortunate.
Detected.
So, in case you haven't seen this kind of combo deck work, well, we won't concede, we'll let it play out. So now that they've assembled these three other boys, including a golden boy.
No rest.
Interesting that it has the legendary card frame. They're able to summon all four and get us dead. Interactive. I mean, it was interactive that our opponent did give us quite a lot of turns to actually do something, but once again, in that kind of very typical odd warrior fashion, we just couldn't close the game out. And we probably cottoned onto it a little bit too late, that we needed to kind of go for our quest complete a lot quicker. That being said, we only hit one Stonehill on one of our Phantom Militia, so I don't know if we could have possibly pivoted hard enough to get that game done. But regardless, GG, well played to our opponent. Playing a bit of an interesting build. I don't think I've ever seen Prismatic Lens and Holy Wrath in a kind of combo Paladin Horseman style deck. But okay, we are here with Kiwiinbacon's Odd Quest Warrior. Ultimately, I do like the deck. I do like the odd style of warrior, particularly Quest Warrior. I think it's my new favorite, my new love. But this deck still suffers from the same problems that all the odd Quest Warriors have, which is that you have just terrible matchups against combo decks. Oftentimes, you're just not fast enough, and I don't think cards like Wormguard really make that better. And the fact that this doesn't trigger our quest is really quite frustrating, that we have to lean so heavily on Stonehill Defender and Phantom Militia in order to get that quest done. I think really does the deck a disservice, because we want to have the ability to finish that quest quickly and on time, and we're missing cards like, there's no Ziliax in here at the 5-drop slot, which is a card that helps out immensely and would definitely help this deck out. So I think if I were to be playing a deck like this, I'd be looking at cutting the Wormguards, kind of being a bit less dragon focused, and getting more of those good taunts in there, like the aforementioned Ziliax, maybe some Rotten Apple Bombs, something along those lines. But let me know what you think of this deck. If you are watching on YouTube, of course, all the links are down in the description. Leave me a comment. Leave a like if you like the video, of course, but jump over to the HS Replays deck article that's linked there. Leave Kiwi a +1. Leave them a lovely, thoughtful comment as well. All my links are down there as well. The best place to catch me is on Twitter at Tommy_Wave. Leave any decks that you want me to check out over there. Happy to poke around. But until next time, stay safe, stay wavy, eat the rich, exalt the poor, and roast the crowd. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.